When we first moved to this property in the end of 2019, it was not a homestead. There were no garden or animals, no fencing. The outbuildings were overgrown and in disrepair. We spent that first winter planning out the layout for our garden plots and pasture outlines, and then the following spring we went right to work setting it up as our little farm. It's been almost 4 years now, and though the majority of the layout we originally designed has stuck, we've realized that there are many things that we did not initially plan for that we wish we would have. So I made a list to share with you or anyone else who may be in the early stages of laying out their homestead to hopefully help you do a little more thorough job than we did. The first thing on my list is material storage. Though it often makes sense to offload materials for a specific project right where they will be used, there's also the situation where you come across materials for free or cheap and you want to add them to your general stash. We didn't designate an area for this, which has resulted in a half-attempted pile in the corner of our barn and random piles throughout our property, which is not fun to deal with. The second thing is parking for non-daily vehicles. You don't realize until you try to mow the yard how much of a pain it is to move every tractor, farm truck, portable chicken shelter, and trailer. We now have plans to extend the gravel on our driveway to accommodate for these things in the future and make maintaining around them easier. Number 3 is seasonal water sources. We were blessed to have 2 frost-free hydrants in place when we moved in initially, but for the first 2 years, I would haul hundreds of feet of expensive hose halfway across the property to water our secondary garden. We didn't have the time or money to trench in another spigot over there. That was until a friend gave us the idea to just run a seasonal water line over there with irrigation tubing. It's inexpensive and it does not have to be buried as deep. It's been such a lifesaver for both watering gardens and animals on that side of the property. Number 4 on the list is gates. I thought being a smaller property, we would be fine with only 1 or 2 gates to get into each pasture. But as it turns out, you can never have too many gates. The other factor to consider is the positioning of your gates. If you're going to be approaching with a tractor, consider the turn or the angle that you're going to have to make to get through them. Number 5 on this list is multi-purpose spaces. Original farms like ours were set up with very one-use infrastructure. Corn cribs, silos, chicken coops, etc. Frugality has motivated us to make sure that anything we do make can be multi-purpose. For example, our old building that functions as our winter layer coop is also our brooder in the summertime when our flock goes out to pasture. Our homestead kitchen or scullery is used for butchering and canning and processing milk. Even our wood lean-to was intentionally built large enough to give us somewhere to pull our lawn tractor in and to store other tools underneath. These are just the first 5 of the things on my list of areas that I think most people forget to put into their homestead layouts. If you have found it helpful and you want to see the other 5 too, I decided to make it into a free printable that you can just download. I'll put the link in the description of this video. I am working on a really exciting project right now, all about planning out your homestead so that it is an efficient and productive and enjoyable space. And I'll share more about that with you soon. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this list. Happy homesteading. I'll talk to you guys later.